Hey everyone, welcome to the next installment of the Culture Wine Club. My name is Peter, I'm the founder of Culture Wine Company. And this month, to celebrate the holidays, we're going to be featuring two sparkling wines. The sparkling wines we'll be featuring this month are Van Hunk's Non-Vintage Brut Cap Classique. And the next is the 2019 Genevieve Blanc de Blanc Cap Classique. So Cap Classique is the South African term for sparkling wine made in the traditional method. That's also known as the champagne method. And basically that means that the second fermentation that creates the bubbles has to occur in the bottle that you're drinking. And why that's important is because the fermentation is created by a little additional yeast that's added to the wine in the bottle. And then as the yeast stays in the bottle after the fermentation and ages, the cell walls of the yeast break down and create this kind of bready, toasty, rich kind of biscuity character. And that's very important because when you drink something like Prosecco that's made in a tank method, where the second fermentation happens within a tank, you don't have that yeast interaction and that rich character. And that's why Prosecco has that really fruity kind of light style. And wines like Cap Classique, Champagne, Cava all have that kind of rich character. So Cap Classique is the fastest growing category in South Africa today. But South Africans love to drink bubbly so much that only about a quarter of all that's produced is exported out. Odds are that when you're in South Africa, you'll have a lot of it, but definitely at any sundowner you have or attend, there will be a lot of Cap Classique poured. So let's talk about your first wine, the Van Hunk's Brut Non-Vintage. This comes from an organic vineyard in Stellenbosch called Villieira. It is 70% Chardonnay and 30% Pinot Noir. And it spends 18 months aging on the lees in the bottle. And so because it comes from the Stellenbosch area, which is fairly warm and sunny, also that 18 months in the bottle, I get a really rich style of sparkling wine here. I taste more like yellow fruit, yellow apple, almost pineapple, and then that leesy quality really shines where you get a lot of this like toasted biscuit and honey and brioche. This is an awesome wine to just drink on its own, serve at your holiday parties, or you could have it with like anything that's like crispy, crunchy, like crazy enough fried chicken is awesome with this wine. The reason why it's called Van Hunk's is an ode to a legendary figure named John Van Hunk's. He would traverse the winelands in Cape Town and Table Mountain always with a pipe in hand, which is why on the label he's got a big old pipe there. So legend has it, he was traversing up to the top of Table Mountain one day and ran into the devil. The devil saw his pipe and challenged him to a pipe smoking competition. And the resulting smoke is what created the tablecloth. So in South Africa, the term for the fog that rolls over Table Mountain and covers Cape Town, much like we have here in San Francisco, they call that the tablecloth. So let's talk about the 2019 Genevieve Blanc de Blanc. This is 100% Chardonnay from the 2019 vintage, aged 48 months on the lees in the bottle. This is made and owned by Melissa Nelson, who was an airline pilot converted to winemaker. She learned how to make sparkling wine in Champagne, and I think that this wine completely drinks like that. Because it's from a cooler climate area than the Van Hunk's, there's a little bit more linear, kind of zippy acidity. And then that 48 months on the lees rounds that out with a really rich, almost steely kind of palate and texture. So Melissa only launched Genevieve in 2008, so she's slowly growing into the ultimate dream of being able to grow all of her own fruit and make all of the wine on her site in Bot River. But for now, part of the fruit comes from a vineyard that she sources just down the street and the rest from her estate. And then the wine is made at an estate in Paarl, just north of Stellenbosch where this is from. But if you ever do go to South Africa, she has an incredible, super cute B&B on her property that she would love to host you. There's peacocks roaming around, her vineyard dogs. It's like the most quaint country property ever. It's just so lovely. So it's one that you should put on your list as a stop when you're in the country. Melissa is firmly in the rising star category of South African producers today. She's winning award after award for her Cap Classique. And I truly believe that if I put this in a competition or a blind tasting against Blanc de Blanc Champagne, it would hold its own, if not win some awards against it. So I'm super excited to be representing and telling her story. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and for being a part of the Culture Wine Club. I hope you all have a great rest of the holiday season and enjoy the wines, and I'll see you in January. Thank you.